Hello, and welcome back to Bard Rock Cafe Presents Mass Aftermath, an actual play podcast stream where we play superheroes in a post-apocalyptic landscape. I'm Paul, and normally on the Bard Rock Cafe podcast, I play Brock Song, the Kalishtar noble who gave up his charmed life to pursue his dream of being a bard. Today, instead, I will be playing everybody else. For this miniseries, I am your game master, and before we dive back in, let's just go around the table, introduce our players. We're going to go left to right, so Justin.
Yes. Hi. My name is Justin, or Tensei. I will be playing Jack Locke, the bull who is just super strong and has the gauntlets to prove it.
All right, and then we have joining us this time, was not able to make it last time, Ursa Bearwalker.
Hi, my name is Rafael Garcia. I go by Ursa Bearwalker on the Everything. I am playing Egon Ekane. I am the doomed guy. Will work me in as I wasn't able to be here last week, but looks like it'll be fun. So,
and then joining us from our friends Wayfaring Strangers, we have Marty.
Hi, it's me, Marty. I will be playing Cal Faulkner, the Nova, very scary, powerful guy who's scared of his own powers. That's it.
And then from our former sponsor, SassyGamers.com, we have Susie.
Hey, I am playing Valerie Lawless, and she is a reformed. And that's it. Ignore me here.
Then we have Jackie, aka Fake Gamer Bro.
Hi, I'm Jackie, pronouns they, them. I play Malaclips, also known as Mal, who uses its pronouns. It is the delinquent, and it totally doesn't care about anyone here for sure, definitely.
Sure. And last, but certainly not least, we have Jazz from the Give Me the Loot podcast, who are also our good friends.
Hey, yeah, so I'm Jazz, and I am playing Ios Rentula, the soldier. And he's here to try and take care of this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Right, so now to set the scene. Last time, 5 of our heroes were unthawed, trained, and sent on their first mission to protect a salvage team at a junkyard. Cal, otherwise known as Hardlight, accidentally shot Jack, or otherwise known as Gears, in the back with an energy blast, but the fight still more or less continued to go in their favor. Malcalypse got a bit antsy halfway through the mission and used their powers to, its powers, my apologies, to make the engineers retreat early. Despite this rocky shift in plans and the ensuing argument, the team ultimately completed their mission and returned with 3 trucks full of salvage. Upon receiving the detailed field report, General Mills, the base commander, was disappointed in Cal and Mal. But Jatat stood up for the team and insisted the general needed to give them more time to learn to work together. Several weeks pass after your first mission, and Egon officially joins the team so you can complete more training. You're given several other minor missions during this time, more escorting civilians and various supply runs, etc. Not everything went uneventfully, though, so we're not going to go over that part. Because so much time's passed, we're going to clear all of your outstanding conditions. So if you haven't already marked that in the player keeper, go ahead and do that.
Great.
Our scene opens. You are at the galley of the bunker. As you each go through the lunch line, Daryl, the head chef, is serving up soup and fried catfish. Hi, how you all doing there?
Good.
Yep.
Good. Good.
I am excited. I'm excited, Daryl. Just give me all the fish, please. Just go ahead and load me up, man. Hey, you doing good? You good?
I'm doing great. For my man Jatat, I'm going to hook you up with 2 servings of catfish.
Go.
You are a growing boy, so.
Excuse me, is that fur in the catfish?
No, of course not.
God, I hate fish day.
I mean, you just pick around it. It's fine, just pick it off. Some of it gets left in there. It's
It's just extra fiber, right?
Right.
I'll never get used to catfish actually being catfish now.
Bones are easier to avoid.
How many times do you have to kill that catfish? If it has 9 lives, or is it like just one, like a regular catfish?
Is it like 4.5? Because
4.5 times?
Well, does that mean it's considered sushi right now if we're not quite through the 9th life?
Now, it operates by starfish rules where it just regenerates.
No.
Oh,
More
that's a
disturbing.
constant
No.
food source. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Worse. Wow, we made that worse somehow.
All right.
It got worse and better. Sustainable food source, and yet
So, is there only one giant catfish that we keep cutting off of?
You all have this philosophical discussion about the nature of catfish.
Kind
No, I
of.
was just gonna say, like, I've seen this Doctor Who episode.
oh no.
You hear the base comm light up. Jata, please assemble your team and meet me in the command center after lunch. And that's the voice of General Mills over the loudspeaker.
Well, at least he's letting us eat first.
Like I'm devastated because I was just getting ready to dig in, and everybody starts bombarding me with philosophical questions about whether I should enjoy this meal. And then so it slows down my eating, but now I've got to damn just slams this utensil down, grabs like a handful. Come on, guys, just let's go.
Just got some
Runs back, grabs
coming
one more
out
bite.
out of the side of his mouth.
Would y'all like to go containers for your lunch, Daryl says.
No, I'm good. Jack just picks up the plate and fork and like eats while walking.
My bad.
Yeah. Mal just like picks up the bowl and just of soup and just keeps sipping it noisily.
I can tell who General Mills' favorite person at each mission briefing is.
Yes.
Just General Mills is like, I'm going to give you a mission briefing. Slurp.
Only on soup day.
And every time he tries speaking, slurp.
Yeah.
All right, so as you enter the command center, General Mills says, Egon, I'm glad to see you finished your training and you've been cleared to do field duty. Excellent job. We'll need you all for this particular mission. He turns to the projector screen and says, Mom, please pull up the blueprints for the Aegis Bunker 616. Yes, of course, General. You watch as blueprints populate on the display screen, and you realize it was kind of unnecessary because every Aegis bunker has the exact same layout. You're like, this is the layout of our bunker. Base 616 and in Reno, Nevada. Each Aegis bunker sends out monthly reports to the nearby bunkers to make sure we have shared information, that we have access to supplies. And it's been about a week since the monthly check-in was due, and 616 did not check in. They've been radio silent. We've been following up with them multiple times. I would like you all to go check it out and make sure they're okay.
So, sir, are you telling me that we've lost Nevada?
We've lost Reno, Nevada. Las Vegas is just outside of our local, so I don't know if that bunker's doing. But we've lost half of Nevada, at least.
Dang.
All right. Well, guys, you heard him. Let's gear up and let's check it out.
Let's find Nevada.
God, I was about to do that.
All right.
Lost Nevada. What?
Because
Can't find it.
So there's no minimum fail condition, right? Like we can't come back with like one person. How Mal?
Hey, I was expecting all of you to join me. Not my fault you didn't.
It's fine. It's fine. We worked it out. It's all good. I still believe in you, Mal.
I mean, can't we just send Mr. I'm watching everyone pee all the time to go check out the
Actually,
Reno?
that does make way more sense.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
we have tried doing that, but unfortunately, he cannot permeate through the nuclear shielding. He the bunker door. Like he has to, in order to use his powers outside the bunker, he has to physically leave our bunker because he can't pass through large levels of lead that are used for bomb shelter walls.
For man rules.
well, that's not really omnipresent.
It's quasi omnipresent. Okay.
I feel like it's just kind of
Have
semi-present.
we tested how far that goes?
We're kind of just
Pseudo omni.
Yeah,
Omni.
he might as well be out of range. We haven't tried sending him all the way to Reno. Hey, Prometheus, can you try going to Reno really quick? And Prometheus like, yeah, sure. And he tries cycling projecting himself. He goes, ow, I got to the edge of California and ran out.
Oh,
Feel up your
Ran
skill,
out?
man. We want to see how New York is doing.
Check on New York. So Prometheus will be able to escort you to the border of California, but will not be able to maintain comms after that distance. And suggest anything you need from the base, be sure to bring it with you. I will give you a passenger van because it is a long drive to Reno from here.
road
Okay.
trip, road trip,
Road trip.
I'd ask for snacks, but I don't know what kind of snacks we have in this apocalyptic world.
Catfish chips.
Oh no,
Just
snacks
a
are
little
shelf-stable. We have stuff from before the nuclear apocalypse that's just loaded with preservatives. You want some Doritos? We've got Doritos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Doritos.
Twinkies.
So, Jatat is just like, guys, come on, let's focus in, let's get geared up, make sure we got everything, including snacks, and let's go ahead and get on with this mission.
All right.
And as long as
So-
we get Doritos.
I guess I'm gonna suit up in my yellow, not Power Ranger suit.
Oh yeah,
Was it
I
yellow?
forgot.
I think it was yellow. Doesn't
I
matter.
think you're yellow.
It is now.
Hello now.
Reality is only as important as everybody else knows it as, right?
I completely forgot what color mine was.
I don't know.
Oh, no,
I had to flip back to my notes.
Anyway,
Now we know
we're
it's
going.
every color.
If we're talking about the character keeper, then oh no, I'm red.
Yeah, I didn't intentionally code everyone to the character keeper, but I think there's only one person that I didn't do that.
I think it was me.
Yeah, I'd have to look at my notes from last time. Anyway, you do have a long drive in Reno, Nevada. How do you pass the time?
Oh, as soon as we get out of the bunker and away from where Jatat feels the pressure of the military still being on him, he joins in with the tomfoolery there. That's road trip.
Road trip.
Hell yeah.
And so we're gonna take turns. Jatat's gonna all right. So who's in charge of tunes for the first 30 minutes? Who's
Me.
up first?
Me?
All
Me.
right, and so pass the aux.
Yeah, it's just My Chemical Romance type shit. From whatever, since it took place since I was from the 2080s, I think.
also some classical
I hate
music.
to break it to you guys, but all computer chip technology doesn't work. So you're relying entirely on radio stations playing vinyl records.
I sing.
What cassette tapes? I totally still have my Backstreet Boys cassette tape.
Yes, if you brought a Walkman to the bunker, you're good. You can use the aux cable for the Walkman.
I'm gonna be sitting in the back of the bus, reading a self-help book. Gonna be called "So You've Been Defrosted and the World is Destroyed. Now what?"
By self-help book, you mean something that a single AEGIS agent wrote while they were bored, because
Yeah.
who else wrote that book? It's just actually a pamphlet.
It's a pamphlet and
welcome to
it's a
Roll
pamphlet and a
Back.
bunch of blank pages for you to
No.
write in now what.
How to accept that you're
no.
doomed 101.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, no. It's a side quest you guys got. The chief engineer was like, "Oh, hey, can you guys write up some tips for future dethaw ease, like your do's and don'ts that you learn as you go?"
That's more realistic than what I was gonna say.
Oh. Now I'm concerned on what he was gonna say.
It's somebody's fan fiction from 2050.
Yes.
Gosh.
Shall live on forever.
All right.
It's just
Apocalypse.
over. They'll realize it eventually.
Apocalypse John.
All right, so you drive for several hours to Reno, Nevada. You arrive at Base 616, and you have immediate concern. The reinforced bunker door, built to withstand a nuclear blast, is riddled with bullet holes and claw marks, large claw marks. You also see scorch marks consistent with tactical explosives along the edges of the door frame. It look like they're what finally knocked it loose.
Okay.
Also, oh, sorry. You can go.
I was gonna ask how big claw marks, because we had some claws from 3 very different sized creatures last time.
From what you could see, the only one of you was close enough to actually see them and get an accurate size of their claws. Jack would recognize these roughly the size of Deathclaw claws.
Okay.
However, you can see that the Deathclaw would not fit through the door, so probably not going to be in there.
Okay.
Probably.
Hey, folks, I'm concerned.
Okay. These doors are like off the hinges, right?
Yep, this door is just laying flat on the ground off the hinges. They blasted the hinges straight off with an explosive of some sort, it looks like.
Are the blast marks on the same side as the claws?
Yes, they're all on the outside. Something brought a military force, what looks like a Deathclaw, and bombs to break open this bunker door.
Damn, can we go with them? Sounds badass.
Guys, this is really good news. This means
Yeah.
that we can tame those things. We can have those things.
Wait, you're focusing on the wrong part. What's going on right
Thank you,
now?
Egon.
No, I don't know. I feel like that's a good point.
Like we have to take care of this right now, but like for the future, this is
No. I hear you. I hear you, but that really feels like cart before the horse.
Right, yeah, solid logic. I get why you got to where you got, but like you just got there really quick, and there's like a whole point in between there.
Okay,
So-
but no matter what happens, there's a silver lining. That's what we gotta focus on.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Yeah, but
In the
like,
meantime, we're just gonna go kill whatever's out of place, right? Like, isn't that what we're
I
here?
mean, I think we're here to check on why people that were supposed to be inside of this bunker aren't answering the calls, the communications anymore. So let's go make sure everybody's still alive.
So
please?
based,
Yes.
Yeah, I
Let's go
guess.
find
Yeah.
Nevada.
So based on what we know about the layout, are there any other potential entrances? There's obviously the main entrance, but presumably there is some sort of like emergency exit in the event that there's like some sort of like explosion or something from the inside and the main door can't open.
You know that there is a side door that is used for like moving vehicles in and out, like your base has. That's also a big reinforced bunker door. And you know that there's water access that runs into and out of it. Like they have like something that drains from a reservoir nearby to refill their water sources because Nevada's all desert. So they need to have a water supply that's circulating. So in theory, something could enter through the water supply, but it's mostly a contained system. So really the only other entrance is going to be through the garage on the other side.
What's the chance that these bunkers are all kind of standard and this one has the same kind of layout as ours?
I literally said during the briefing, it has
Yeah.
the exact same layout.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It is
he was still eating his catfish. Come on, like
Yeah.
you should have a full 30 minutes to eat, sir.
Kidding.
I was in
Yeah,
chat.
the heroes are
live,
unionizing.
So
that's fair.
Well, nevertheless, guys, I think we've got pretty solid evidence. I think we should just maybe try and scout people around the door, see if we can get a sense of where whatever all of this was, which direction it went. Did it go into this bunker or did it leave here? See if we can figure that out first.
yeah.
Right.
Have an idea. To like when we go to somewhere that might be dangerous and we don't know, I can make an illusion of someone to appear there first to see if that gets anyone's attention, so we don't run into like traps.
I like it. So I think if you're gonna do something like that, if you're gonna produce an illusion of that nature, put another soldier out front and make them like really obvious and flashy. Like maybe put them in a bright red shirt
Cool. Can
and
do.
let them go out front and see. You know,
Did you just, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah,
put a big
got it.
bullseye on his chest just for.
I've got two different images. We have a Star Trek red shirt, and then I have like one of those like dudes with like a red sequined jacket.
Oh god, yeah, okay.
See, I was imagining.
I don't know
Robin,
why.
like
Those are
Batman
the two
Robin,
things I got there, but those both work.
Because the joke is always Batman dresses to blend into the shadows, but he puts Robin in bright colors to draw all the gunfire.
Oh my god, yeah.
well, I mean, our jackets aren't overly stealthy either. So I just
No.
need something that's like really, really gaudy. So I like the idea of like a sequined red shirt from Star Trek out front in the illusion. Is that? Do you think we can pull that off, Mal?
Yeah,
Are you still a flamenco dancer?
sure. Yep. You know what? Yes. I watch enough camp shit.
That classical music artist, Michael Jackson. Get one of him to like go in there.
Man,
Going
my
off and moonwalking.
parents will not stop talking about how much their grandparents used to listen to him.
That's a really
Okay.
Is he
weird
that
shade.
old that your parents' grandparents used to listen to Michael Jackson? I feel so old right now.
I mean, everybody in my family has
I'm
kids
just
young.
teasing. It's good to be young. I'll good job.
Okay, but yes, I can do that.
Does someone want to roll to assess the situation for me?
Who's taking point?
Would it be Mal since it's
Yeah.
making the illusions?
That makes sense. I also have good superior.
You guys said you wanted to survey the area outside the bunker before you went in, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That is a 5 plus 2. So, yeah, that's a 7.
All right, you get to hold one. And so the list of questions are: what here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is the greatest danger? Who is most vulnerable to me? And how can we just end this quickly? Those are the standard questions. They don't really fit to like investigating the situation. So ask your question, then I'll give you the extra information that I have for your role.
Okay, yeah. So what we mostly want to find out about the outside is if there's anyone still out here, I guess, like scouting around, or if we have anyone to worry about on the outside. Is that about the
Right,
gist
so
of it?
you're looking for the greatest danger on the outside. Yes, that probably.
Yeah.
All right, so you go outside. You do find tire tracks, like tread marks that look like they're from Jeeps and Humvees and trucks. They look like they're coming from the northeast and going back to the northeast. You also see the Deathclaw footprints. It looks like just one set of Deathclaw footprints, like they had one Deathclaw.
Going here and back, or just here?
Yeah, looks like they marched it back in the general direction of northeast from here. And when you get to the garage, you see the doors wide open. All the vehicles are gone.
Our home base is in San Francisco, correct?
San Diego.
San Diego. Okay.
Okay. Good. All right. So it looks like whatever attacking force is gone now. So I guess we're safe to start going in. Yeah, Mal?
Yeah, theoretically, unless they left someone behind on a suicide mission.
Would assuming that like they're standard issue trucks, would there have been a truck capable of carrying a Deathclaw in it?
So Egon
Because they're-
has not
because
seen
they're-
Deathclaw before, but I'll say for everyone
Yeah,
else who's
yeah.
described it, the Deathclaw is like basically a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like a Mack truck would not house it. This thing is marching alongside the vehicles because a truck will not carry it.
Means we could ride it.
And you guys also think it's weird that they might have tamed this thing because you saw 3 of these things a few weeks ago. They seemed incredibly feral and violent. They do not seem like they could be easily tamed.
I mean, they did like to eat the food that we put out for them, so there's that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just hungry.
The old carrot and
Totally
stick.
beside the point, though. I know that that's not our mission today.
I will also say this, you all know from your knowledge of how these bunkers work, because both the front entrance and the garage are wide open, the base is flooded with radiation because the bulkheads keeping the radiation out from the outside are wide open and not being sealed.
Fun.
However, you're all resistant to radiation, so it's not really a big deal for you, but it means anyone in there probably has been horribly irradiated if they're still in there.
Oh no.
So not to like rush us, but I really have to use the bathroom. So can we? I'm assuming there's one in the base. Is there any way we can sort of decide the best course of action to get in there? Because it's getting kind of urgent. That catfish isn't really agreeing with me too well.
I mean, I'm in yellow. I'm okay with just walking in there. Like,
Sorry, just after using the bathroom and then like, well, I'm in yellow. So that
I'm so glad it wasn't
Also,
just me thinking that.
It took me a solid 3 seconds to realize that Ursa was not talking about like above game.
Yeah, I thought that for a second
Same.
too.
I'm like, yeah, we can take a break. Yeah, let's head in. I can do the same check unless someone doesn't want me to roll hog.
Oh, I am perfectly fine with you doing what you do.
Yeah,
Cool.
the
That's fine.
illusion thing's a good plan to like have the person in front be not a real person.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I got the same exact roll, so another 7.
Nice.
All right, so we're gonna say that's just unleashed. So I'm not gonna give you any more information on this. What you're gonna get from that for this one is the foyer of the bunker is clear. There's nothing in there, so you're all
Okay.
safe to go into that room.
Okay.
Basically, the layout of this is the foyer, and then there's a hallway that has an elevator shaft. It's just like that one, and then some more rooms on the other side. You know that on the first floor of every base is the foyer, the elevator shaft, and then the mess hall, and then the barracks. And the barracks is going to be the nearest bathroom for Egon. You can see that the foyer is empty. You see no signs of any sort of shells, even though you know protocol-wise, if they were being invaded, they would have sent like AEGIS troops to the foyer to return fire against whatever's attacking them. You see no signs whatsoever that any gunfire happened from inside the bunker to the out.
Really weird. And we've got no way to communicate. So, all right. So, Egon, let's go ahead and get you to the bathroom, and I think we should try and make our way safely down to the command center and find out what's going on with communications and see if we can find somebody.
Yeah.
And as you enter the base, you hear a familiar but warbled voice say, "Please state your designation and clearance." And you recognize that as Mom, but not
Mom.
your version of Mom.
It's not my
My mom.
Hi, Auntie.
Yeah, so so I'm gonna identify myself, even though I don't know that she has any idea who I am. But we'll just fake it till we make it.
Clearance for base 2-1-1-1-1-3. Recognized. Please report to the command center for debriefing.
Well,
This
good thing we're heading there anyway, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
From down the hall. So, in terms of the direction of the mess hall and the barracks, you do hear a deep guttural growl, or a collection of them. It sounds almost like humans growling, but it sounds too gravelly. It's like
Don't like that. I definitely still have the illusion up.
Yep. Do you want to send it into the mess hall?
Yeah, because we're heading that way, right?
Yep. And you don't. I'm not gonna make you roll to generate this every time. It's like, okay, you did it once.
Yeah.
Like you're creating a small illusion. You're not doing anything elaborate. You're just having to stand there to see if anything attacks it.
Yep.
So you pop it in there, and you immediately see what looks like these burned, like green-skinned humanoid beings rush at it and start swiping at it, and they dispel the illusion. They look like they may have been human at one point, but like their skin is marred, rubbery, leathery, and they are acting completely feral.
Like, lock that door from the outside so we can not deal with that.
Don't we have to go through there, or do we not?
Are we all capable of seeing this?
Yes, you can all see the base is operating on dim light. It looks like the generator is like operating at minimum power, so like only the emergency lights are on. But you can see well enough to see there's some sort of feral, wildly swinging humanoid creatures that are, by the way, in like AEGIS uniforms. Like these look like people dressed like in the base. You can see that too.
Gotcha. So that mess hall that they're in is between us and then the barracks that Egon was trying to get to use the bathroom, right?
Correct. There are other bathrooms if you want to avoid this area entirely.
Yeah. I'm just gonna turn around to Egon. Hold it, and just go slam the door shut. And like I'm hoping, like Jack, come help me, and I'll just start slamming shit in front of the door, just barricade all of that in, whatever we can get our hands on.
Yeah.
So you're in an empty hallway with an elevator shaft, so you don't really have objects to barricade it with. You run out to the foyer. There's some large pieces of like furniture. But you also can hear these things. Like the second you made noise, they started rushing the door.
Damn it!
I think as soon as Jatot calls out, like Jack runs forward, clicks, unfurls his gauntlets, and just holds the door, like as best he can. Like he is the barricade now.
Beautiful.
I'm just watching the screen. I just watched all of our cameras, but Ursa's disappeared on the
Yep.
screen.
What?
Yep.
Sorry.
So
There we
about
go.
the bathroom. I don't need to use it anymore, and I'm just gonna hang my head down.
No!
Oh no.
So we can go to that command center, I guess.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Well, we
Right,
can't hold these doors forever, so remind me what I roll if I want to make them afraid of the doors.
You're going to roll to unleash your powers. You got the impression there's a lot of them. You don't think you can get. You got like a quick eyeball thing. You sound like there's more than a dozen of them. You probably won't be able to get half of them or less with a successful roll of your powers, you estimate. Because it's just too large a scale for how experienced you are with your powers.
That's fair. But we weren't able to barricade it well enough anyway, right?
Right now, Jack is holding it shut with his bare hands, and they are wailing on it. So that door, like it's a like sturdy door because it's like part of a bomb shelter, but it's not going to hold up to that level of scrutiny for very long.
What is
But you
the
said there was
door in the
furniture.
Yes, there is furniture in the foyer that would hold it shut, maybe, but they're still going to claw through it. You just slow them down.
what's the
probably.
door in the frame made out of?
We're saying metal doors.
Can we like I'm gonna try and use my my energy blast to like melt or
Weld.
weld.
That's
That's the
it.
word I'm looking for. Weld the doors and frame together. To maybe just, if we can't do it permanently, to at least buy us some solid time.
All right. Roll to unleash your powers.
All right. Stay on the table. And that's a plus freak, so that's a 7.
All right. So on a 7, so you can either mark a condition, or I can tell you how your effect is unstable or temporary. Which would you prefer?
I'll let you can tell me how it's unstable or temporary.
So you did a quick job welding it. You can see like the doors bending at like the places where they're welded. Like, okay, you can hold them off for a few minutes, but that's probably it. So you brought yourself what you estimate to be 5 or 10 minutes. This is one of the only 2 exits. The exit to the garage is on the barracks side of the thing. So you either going through the front door or through the barracks to get back out of here. So that's a problem for later now.
For later.
That is a problem for future me. All right, everybody, let's get to the command center and just
All right.
take off.
Yep.
All right. So you are next to the elevator. Do you know the command center to be on the 4th floor? Do you wish to explore floors 2, 3, 5, or 6, or are you going straight to the command center?
Let's
Straight
get
to
what
the
we
command
came
centers.
here for first, and then we can explore if we want.
Does the base have CCTV?
It does, but it's in the command center.
Okay, then yeah, let's
So
go
just
to the command center and go elsewhere if needed.
All right. So mom plays gentle 1950s elevator music for you all while you ding down 4 floors. And as you reach the command center on the 4th floor, sorry, we skipped ahead of my notes.
Now
When you reach the command center, you find there are no ghouls here. Those freakish monstrosities, there were none on this floor. At the commanding officer's desk, you're able to access the security console. You see footage of dozens of jeeps and trucks rolling up to the front of the base with forces more than 100 strong. You also see with them a death claw. And the death claw starts clawing at the doors while several soldiers open fire on it before they give up and use plastic explosives to blow the door off the hinges. You watch the base audio log. Their commander, General Mortars, asks what's going on, demands that they stop and stand down, but the attackers don't want to listen. The door finally cracks open. You watch as the AEGIS forces inside the bunker, seeing the enemy forces, they seem to have this glazed look come over their eyes, and they lower their weapons and march and join the soldiers attacking the base.
That's not good.
I want to, because I have an immediate theory, but I want to try and like assess the situation to see if this is correct. Because
all right,
I think one of the people there has mind control.
Sounds legit. Go ahead and roll to assess the situation.
Okay. That is a 7.
All right, so 7, you get to hold 1. I'm going to say probably what's the biggest threat or what's the greatest danger? It's kind of the same thing.
I mean, can I know this isn't on the list. Can I ask which one of them has the power?
Oh, sure, no problem. So you look at the invaders, and one of the things you realize is pretty much all of them are in Aegis uniforms, except for one guy who's just sitting in a Humvee in the back. He's wearing a black suit with a red shirt and a black tie, salt and pepper hair, and glowing red eyes.
Why
And
is he
Jack,
so
you recognize him. Why is he so fancy?
fancy?
Well, Jack would know why he's fancy. Jack recognizes this person as, where did I write down his name? As Nicky Gotti, a major mob boss out of Las Vegas from the 2080s.
Shit.
So you can intuit that Mr. Gotti somehow was cryogenically frozen in much the same way you were, and somehow acquired superpowers in much the same way you were. And you can see that there's a duller red glow in the footage of all the eyes of the invaders, including the Deathclaw.
This is just what I needed.
What is it?
That's
What is it,
mob-
Gears?
That's a mob boss who can literally just control a mob now.
That's really ironic, isn't it?
It would be.
As you watch the footage, you see that about 3/4 of the base personnel, as you watch the cameras kind of follow from room to room, about 3/4 of them just fall under his thrall without any actual signs of resistance. The 1/4 that showed any signs of being able to resist his thrall, his soldiers just shot them and left them for dead. And you get the impression, because you saw those mutated things with the Aegis uniforms on, that the people that are left for dead are those mutated things. And that being exposed to radiation for roughly a week probably mutated them.
So what would that roughly put their numbers at if it's roughly 1/4 of them?
1/4. Let's see here. I have notes on this. So you can estimate there's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 ghouls, assuming that none of them died, and or that the radiation didn't reanimate them. However, that's working. You know that the base's capacity is about 200 people, not including cryogenically frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Should
Well-
anybody still be frozen at this point?
You know from your basis protocol, they were only thawing out people who showed proof of those genetic mutations. So most people would still be frozen. Probably 90% or more of the population of the bunker would be in the cryo level on the 6th floor.
Can we check the footage to see if they are in fact still frozen, or are we gonna have to physically go there?
You can. You see on the footage, you watch as the soldiers go down and unload all the cryopods, load them up in the trucks, and drive away.
I was afraid that.
Cool.
Okay, Chatat is immediately terrified and is trying to figure out how to reestablish communications with our home base back in San Diego.
All right. Roll plus, I think it's called mundane in this one.
Would it not be plus soldier?
Well, you're trying to figure out how to use a computer, so
Damn.
I guess, yeah, sure, you can roll plus soldier for this because it's military radio, sure.
All right. Woo, yeah. That's a 8.
All right, with an 8, you go over to the command radio, and you were able to tune it in, and you get a hold of General Mills. Yes, this is base 213. I assume this is the team at 616.
Yes, this is Chatat at 616. I need to speak with General Mills immediately.
This is General Mills.
General, so we've gotten here. The base is completely deserted, other than a few what look to be mutated, either survivors or potential mutant zombies. I'm not entirely sure, sir, but what we do know for certain is that some force arrived here, gained control of a vast majority of the forces, and has also seemed to absconded with quite a few of the cryopods.
By quite a few, do you mean all the cryopods, or any of them left?
He double checks with the rest of the crew. Did they leave any? No.
It looks like they took either all of them, or there might be a couple that got broken, that got abandoned. That might be it.
Correction, sir. Yes, they do have all of the remaining cryopods.
See, do we have any idea who did this?
Some dude in a red suit.
Yeah, we know.
It was a black. It was a black suit. He had a red shirt.
My pants, man. I'm not really focusing too hard here.
Sorry, it was Boondocks. In a purple suit. Sorry.
So is this like Jatat's like personal communicator, or is this kind of
This is like
to the whole?
This is like a ham radio at the desk.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking over to Gears. Gears, what did you say his name was again?
Can I? Jack just like puts his hand out to like take the radio if you'll give it to him.
Oh yeah, here you go. I give it to him like almost sheepishly, but not quite. Like, here.
Sir, I do know exactly who this is. I can give you a full debriefing when we actually get back to the base. Suffice to say, right now, it is a very dangerous mob boss who, much like us, has powers, and it seems like he can just control people and monsters at will.
That's not good. What is this guy's name? If you don't remember the guy's name, it's Nick Gotti.
I literally already... Yeah.
Yep.
What's the first?
Nicky Gotti.
Nicky Gotti. Okay.
I came up with the most stereotypically Italian name I could come up with without naming
I thought it was a Ricky Bobby reference.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
I was just like, Italian first name, snap, snap, snap. Italian surname, snap, snap, snap. That's kind of what I went with.
Okay.
All right, and so he's like, it's like, let me just pull something up really quick. Mom, what do you have on Nicky Gotti? And you hear Mom in the background of their radio transmission say, Nicky Gotti is one of the inhabitants of base 919 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, so sounds like the Las Vegas bunker, which is just out of our range, might be compromised too. But we can deal with that when you all get back. You have anything else to report?
No, sir.
Jack hands it back.
So we just head him back? Do we need to do anything else here?
Are there any supplies left at the base that could be salvaged? Any weapons, food, vehicles, anything
we
that
haven't
can be used?
We haven't searched yet. Is there anything that you recommend we try to look for?
I know you're not trained to recognize salvage parts, so I would probably check the armory to see if they left any weapons, and I would check either the mess hall or the garden bay to see if you can acquire any of the remaining food.
Understood, sir. We'll get right on it. So then Jatat, knowing his crew, turns around. Who wants to go raid an armory?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's
No,
go.
I thought there'd be more buy-in on that. All right.
Yeah.
Food then? Want to go get some more snacks? Want to go raid the pantry?
And
Let's go!
Just so you all know, the pantry is in the mess hall, which is on the floor you welded shut with all the ghouls.
Right.
You got the impression there were a lot of ghouls up there, probably because that's where people sleep and eat. Probably the most populous area in terms of how many of them there are.
Okay, so maybe not food.
Maybe after the weapons, if at all.
Yes.
Okay,
We get
okay.
the weapons so that we can get the food.
I like it. You guys, the logic, I love it here. I feel like this team is really starting to come together.
Well, let's not go too far.
All right, so based on the layout of your base, you are currently on the 4th floor. The training room and the armory are on the 5th floor, one floor down.
Well, let's go.
So we head that way.
To the 5th floor.
And
Let's
once
go.
again, you hop in the elevator and you hear Mom play up that 1950s radio music.
The girl
And you hear a ding, and you hear coming from the training room that same guttural growl noise. Not as populous as the 1st floor. You get the impression there's probably about a dozen of them in the 2 rooms in front of you.
Can we sneak under it? Like if there's windows on the doors, can we just like crawl under the windows?
I mean, so it's basically these are large rooms. So if you look at this in 2-dimensional model, you're staying in the elevator and the elevator hallway, and then to your right you have one large room, and to the right of that you have another large room. There's not a whole lot of hallway to pass through. You have to walk through the training room in order to get to the armory.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, we want to go get some shit to blow some shit up. So, Gears, after you, sir.
All right. Jack will take point and head on in with fists at the ready.
So you walk in and you immediately see just 6 of them on your left, 6 of them on your right. Some of these mutated former Aegis soldiers. You can intuit from what you've seen, there's no humanity left in them. Their brains have been scrambled by radiation. Whatever's left is just instinct and violence.
All right.
You do not get the impression that there is any moral decision in whether or not to cause them harm.
Hey, quick question. What's the floor made out of?
Lava.
This is a bomb
Sorry.
shelter. It would be concrete, and there'd be like lines with lead at some point in between levels.
Okay, so we're standing on top of concrete.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if this is overkill for tech enhanced super strength. As soon as I see a bunch of them, I want to just shove my hands into the ground, pick up a big chunk of it, and hurl it at the nearest one.
Right. Sure. So go ahead and roll to. I guess it's gonna be 2 rolls. Roll to unleash your power to see whether or not you can rip up some of the asphalt.
Okay. Unleash is with freak. Okay. And 9.
All right, so on a 9, you're either going to mark a condition, or I'll tell you what's unstable or temporary. Which would you prefer? This is for. I'll tell you right now that if you don't mark a condition, it's going to determine the size you get. If you want a big piece, you need to make a condition. If you want a smaller piece, that's going to be what you get for not taking a condition.
I will. None of those conditions make sense, really. So yeah. How is it unstable or temporary?
Yeah. So you get a smaller piece, about the size of like a lunchbox or a toolbox. So like about 2 feet wide and like a basketball around.
That's
Like, it'll
good enough.
Yep. Like you aren't getting like a big piece. Like you get the impression that with your strength, if you gotten a better roll or taken a condition, you probably could have gotten like a human body sized chunk to throw at them. But this is good. This will take a head off. You're fine.
Yeah.
And then roll to directly engage a threat to throw it at. Are you trying to hit multiples? Or are you trying to take one out? How are you trying to line this up?
I mean, I intended to only get one. How would I get multiple? Like, do you have an idea of how that would look?
I mean, so a couple of things. You could try and domino them into each other if you line the throw up right, which means you probably incapacitate one and then stun the ones behind it. You could try and bowling ball them like you're Fred Flintstone. You could.
And in fact, I would prefer if you do that personally.
Or you could just try and throw it so hard that you spear it through them. Those are some thoughts.
I think what he's going to attempt to do is he's going to attempt to hit. He's going to attempt to hit one, but he's going to throw it with enough force that if it bounces off and hits another one, like that's feasible.
All right, we're taking the volley feat. Got it.
Yeah. And this is plus danger, so once again, it's an 8.
All right, so on 8, I'll say it bounces off of one, and you don't get the other one, but that one goes down really good because it just took a 40-pound piece of concrete to the chest. You get the impression that one's not getting back up.
Okay.
And then, so you're going to pick one because you roll 7 and 9. Resist or avoid blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I want to create an opportunity for my allies by being like the target. Like I want to like be the aggressor in the room right now so that they have opportunity to do something else.
Perfect. So the way that's going to play out is, obviously you took the one out, and the ones around it kind of like scatter as they avoid being hit by it. The 6 on your other side dogpile on you and start trying to scratch and bite at you. So there's just
Okay.
6 of them piled on top of you, like wrapping around your arms and legs and chest.
Okay.
And then we're going to go order left to right. So that was Jack. Egon, you see this going on. What do you do?
How many are there in total?
There are 11 remaining. 6 physically dogpiled on top of Jack, and then 5 kind of scattered off to the right.
I want to say, okay, one more time. There's 6 physically on top of him, and then where are the other ones?
The other 5 are kind of off to the right in the back of the room. They scattered because of the bowling ball throw thing.
Does
So
it
they
look?
have not joined the dog pile yet.
Does it look feasible that someone might be able to run along the left side to make it through the room?
Yes, because there's no ghouls there. You get the impression they will pursue, but if you wanted to just cut a path and get to the other side, you could.
I think immediately Egon would just try to book it across the room.
All right.
As insane as that is, I think that he's on adrenaline. I think he's just going to kind of just make a beeline for the next room.
Well, there's no move for this, so I guess just roll mundane is the closest thing to athletics we have, because you don't have like a power related to moving athletics or anything. So roll plus mundane to see how fast you run.
Okay.
Track style.
7.
All right, so 7, you are doing an adequate job of running. But the 5 ghouls are scattered. They do start pursuing you. You get the impression they're going to catch up to you pretty quick. But hopefully on his turn, Cal will be able to do something about that.
Well, shit.
Was that code for it's my turn now?
Yes, that was Egon's turn. Egon decided to book it to the other side to see what's going on at the barracks.
Okay.
Not barracks. I'm wrong floor of my map. Sorry, the armory.
All right, I'm gonna kind of run interference for Egon and like maybe try to put up a barrier, like along the wall that he's running across.
Right, I like it.
So the ghouls like can't get to him, but he can still make it across the room.
I see what you're doing. Okay, so go ahead and roll to unleash your powers to just kind of like cut the room in half, so Egon has a clear path.
Unleash your powers is plus freak, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, it's a plus 2, 9.
All right, so the 9, you get to choose either mark condition, or I'll tell you it's unstable or temporary.
I'll mark a condition, and I'll do afraid because Cal's nervous that he's about to lose control at any moment.
The wall just casually blows up and throws Egon to the other side.
Shit.
All right, so with that, you created a wall. The ghouls are thrashing against the wall, but it seems stable. It looks like they are not going to be able to get to Egon.
Okay. Keep it up.
All right. Val, what do you do? There are 6 of these things dogpiled on Jack, and 5 who are trying to catch Egon. They look like they're going to start losing interest and turn on you guys in a second.
Okay, so well, I feel bad for Egon, but like you said, it looks like they're about to lose interest, so he's obviously doing all right on his own. So I think I'm going to use Jack as a phobia again. Let's see what we can do with.
Right.
See how many of them can be scared of Jack. Worst case scenario, they're afraid of him. And damn it, Jack, you better be chasing those suckers when they start running or something.
All right, roll to unleash your powers.
Okay, remind me. What do I roll
plus,
again for that?
It's plus freak, so 2d6 plus freak.
2d6 plus 3. Okay.
Freak, not 3, unless your freak is 3.
Oh. I don't think I really.
Yeah, I'm not unless you guys did some leveling up. I don't remember.
Yeah, I
don't
just
think
have
you
one.
get- yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So that would be 7.
All right. So the 7, you can either be complete success by taking condition, or I'll tell you how it's effectively unstable or temporary.
I mean, unstable or temporary is fine. I'll just do it again later anyway.
All right. So you get 3 of the ones that were clawing at Jack just suddenly look very terrified, but not in like a conventional human idea of terror. You get the more impression of like prey that realizes there's a predator nearby as they kind of like start lumbering away. They just dogpile off of him and run away the other side of the room. You effectively cast Turn Undead,
Nice.
Works for me.
and those 3 are just like in the corner. They are like trying to find a way, like they're clawing at the concrete walls, trying to find a way further away from Jack.
You see a thumbs up come out of the dog pile.
All right, and then that brings us to Mal.
Okay. So sorry, I'm just trying to figure out because I know I want to create a distraction because I have the move Are You Watching Closely when you mentally distract or trick someone. I can like expose a weakness or get an opportunity. I can do some stuff depending on my role. So yeah, I'm because we're all still kind of like the rest of us are still kind of huddled at the door, right?
Right.
So yeah, I'm just gonna try to create an illusion of someone cowering on like the opposite end of the room, like whatever would be like I guess the right corner because the left is where Egon went. To like try to distract them to get over there.
Sure. Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers, or if your move, or unless your move supersedes that. Roll whatever's relevant to that, either unleash your powers or your move.
Plus superior is what I roll for that.
Okay.
So that is again a 7.
All right. Well, same thing as unleashing your powers, though. I like temporary or whatever, or.
So on a 7 to 9, choose 2. You get an opportunity. You expose a weakness or flaw. You confuse them for some time, or you avoid further entanglement. So yeah, they are fooled at least for a moment. So I will say I would like to expose a weakness or flaw and get an opportunity, which I think could apply to like not just me, but like by exposing a weakness or a flaw, we see an opportunity, I guess.
Right. So what you see is these things, whatever illusion you created to distract them, they like start trying to dogpile on it. You get the impression that they've reverted to some sort of very basal instinct, and because humans aren't natural predators, their thing is to go after something weak because they aren't strong. So they're going after the weakest target. You can also see these things do not have substantially enhanced speed or strength. They're just ordinary people that, like, they're basically like zombies in that they aren't any stronger or faster. They're just substantially dumber and more aggressive.
Cool.
So you get the impression these things are actually really easy to manipulate emotionally and mentally.
Cool.
All right, and that brings us to Chatat. Just so you guys know, the 5 that were loose are distracted, and the 3 that were scared are in the corner. So it's just the 3 on Jack that are aggressively doing stuff right now.
Okay, so we've got Jatat gives the order to try and get into the armory, and the crew goes to work, and Jack, true to form, just goes rushing in like the bull he is, and then gets just dogpiled. And so Jatat, immediately concerned, like, oh crap, I might have just sent this man to his death, and just goes barreling in. It's just like he's just gonna like swan dive, like what's the wrestler, like I'm just gonna like jump and like do like an old Hardy Boy, like dive in on top of the dog pile to try and clear them off the top of Jack so he can get up and maybe get back to doing whatever work he normally does in this situation. but just full body throwing myself at all of these ghouls.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say, go ahead and roll to directly engage a threat.
Okay. So that, yeah, directly engage the threat, which I believe since I'm doing that, I get to trigger my more than a shield, which means I get to roll with savior instead of danger.
Awesome.
However, the downside to that is if I miss, my focus attack leaves someone in grave danger. The GM gets to tell me what it takes to keep them safe.
It's okay. You can put me in danger. That's fine.
That is a 10.
All right, so on a 10, you're going to pick 2 things from the list. You can resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
So I am going to resist their blows and create an opportunity for Jack.
Fantastic. So the way this looks is you dive and you reach out your hands and you basically double clothesline 2 of these ghouls right off of Jack. So now Jack's just dealing with one single ghoul he could easily bear hug and crush because, again, they have mortal power. And you basically just knock the other 2 prone as you clothesline them and down in front of Jack.
Beautiful.
So they're stunned, but those 2 are not entirely dealt with yet. Top of the round, Jack, you have a single ghoul that's kind of like on top of you trying to chomp into your shoulder.
Okay. Cool. So he kind of gets up and he takes this one and rips it off of him, slams it into the wall behind him, and then hurls it towards the 3 that are in the corner.
All right, cool. Roll to, I think that's more unleash your powers than engage a threat because you're just hurling something really hard.
I mean, I am throwing a threat at a threat.
Okay, sure. Whichever. Yeah, go ahead and roll to engage the threat because I guess it'll determine how effectively this thing bites you before it gets thrown, I guess.
Yeah. That is a 9.
All right, so on a 9, you're going to pick 1. Resist or avoid blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I think resist or avoid their blows.
All right, so this thing goes to bite on you. It gets into your tactical gear, does not pierce the skin. You just rip it off, a little chunk of your clothes come off, and it goes flying, and you just knock the 3 ghouls in the corner unconscious along with this one.
Awesome.
Egon.
He looks over to the other side of the barrier.
Yep, sorry.
How you guys doing over there?
And Egon opens the door of the armory and realizes if you guys had checked security footage first, you would have known they took most of the weapons. Wah, wah,
I'm gonna
wah.
immediately open the door. We're just gonna drop my head, turn around, and be like, yeah, it's empty, guys. We forgot to check the footage closely.
Dang, I almost suggested that too.
Now, I will give you this, though. You look there, and it's mostly picked through. You do see in the back corner of the armory what looks like a single box they either forgot, didn't notice, or ran out of room to load in the car. You're not sure what. They left a single box about the size of a bread box.
So it's something I could feasibly pick up and run off with.
Yes. Do you want to look at the contents of the box, or do you just want to grab it and run?
Yes, I want to look at the contents of the box. Is there a pair of pants in the box? That's what I want to know.
Nope, because this is not the supply closet. This is the armory.
Darn. Okay.
You find half a dozen grenades.
Shit.
If you had run with that, you would have been in big trouble.
Accidentally falls, all the pins fall out. Ah! Okay, so I'm all the way in the back. So who's the? Can they hear me? Can they hear me if I'm all the way in the back corner of the other room?
I'm gonna go ahead and say you guys have short range radios. If you want to like radio the team.
Okay, about how many grenades are in the box?
6.
So I'm gonna say to Jatat, I'm gonna say, hey, all that's in this room is a box of about half a dozen grenades. That's all there is.
That doesn't seem very helpful, at least not to me.
I was like, I already make explosions.
Right.
Bring him just in case we lose Cal at some point. Be careful.
Is he wrong?
Bro.
No. Was it
Okay,
hurtful? A
I'm
little.
gonna pick up the box and like very overly cautiously like start trying to walk. I'm not gonna run back. I'm gonna be walking back because I'm gonna be terrified of dropping this box.
Yep, and you walk there, and you have nothing to fear because Cal's hard light wall is still there, and the ghouls are largely distracted from it. So you can just clearly, without even having to run, make it back to the other side. But it will take some time. So because if you're walking, because it took you about a round and a half to get there, so it's gonna take you about another round to finish walking there with the grenades.
Yep, that's fine.
So
Al, can you like put a hard light over the box of grenades?
is that all you're gonna do with your turn, Egon?
I think I'm just gonna try not to blow myself up at this point.
Solid.
All right, Cal, you're up. You see Egon walking very gingerly with this box of bombs.
I go up to him and I say, "Hold on a second. Let me help with that." And I make a bubble around the box.
All right,
Instead.
roll to unleash your powers because you're already maintaining a very large light construct.
True. 7.
All right, so you either you take a condition, or I'll tell you right now, you're gonna have to choose whether you make the bubble or drop the wall. Like you not keep both up with a 7, or unless you take a condition.
Yeah, if this box drops, it's kind of a problem for everybody involved. I'm going to take insecure because this is the first time I've tried to concentrate on 2 things at once, and now I'm like, maybe I'm pushing it a little bit.
Right. You do that. There's now a protective bubble wrap bubble of light around the grenades.
Egon is trying so hard not to bounce it up and down like a basketball.
You probably could. It's like Jello. You can bounce it all you want, but the thing in the middle stays where it is.
All right, Val, you are up. There are 2 stunned ghouls on the ground, and there are 5 distracted ghouls that look like they're starting to lose interest in Mal's illusion.
I really
Val?
hate being like
Okay.
a mostly unfunctional character.
Oh, I'm sorry. You found 6 grenades and a single handgun, so Val has something else to use. I did ask if you guys wanted to bring supplies with you from the base.
There was nothing I wanted to bring though. Like I'm not even the type of character to like shoot a handgun, so I'm probably gonna fumble with the damn thing and like
But it'll be funny.
throw it at things. Like
One of those revolvers with like the practical joke size length barrel just sitting there.
Bang!
yeah,
So like you just hold it up like I'm gonna make them afraid of the gun.
that's not the worst idea that I've had.
I don't even think you need powers for that, honestly.
just fire it off. Loud noise.
Sorry, this is a face deliberating between should I make them afraid of the gun or afraid of the bullets. That way, no matter where I shoot, as long as I don't hit one of you. But that's multiple bullets, so it's probably not very practical,
I have kind of a weird question. So Val can make them afraid of something. Can she make them unafraid of something or attracted to something, like the reverse? Or is it strictly just making them afraid of it?
I would say that it is within the confines of Val's power to be able to manipulate the concept of fear. So you can give it fear, you can take it away. Otherwise, she really is just a one-trick pony.
Yeah. So no, I can't make them attracted. The other Mal, there it is. She can actually affect, my bad, can affect like emotions, right? Things like that. Yep. So they're the one that like.
Yeah.
They're the other half of my Twinkie. There you go.
I mean, you can just
anyway,
make Egon
so yeah, I'm going to Jeez. Okay, this is horrible. This is worse right now than whenever I'm playing Magic. I got to tell you that because then I don't know what to do either. All right, so I am just going to I backed up Jack last time, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So next up I'm going to uh having a moment. Jatat, you're up. I'm going to make Jatat the next terror of the hour. And hopefully he's in the same room as me.
He is. He's just like 5 feet in front of Jack because he just clotheslined those 2 ghouls off of him.
Oh, nice, good. I was hoping he's another like front man. So yeah.
All right, so roll
I'm
down
looking
your
for my
powers and
dice.
see
That's
how
what
much
I'm doing.
there
Sorry
you
if
go.
I look stupid. All right, here we go. Oh, that's gonna be a 3.
Womp,
That's not
womp,
very good.
womp.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
But good news, you gain
you're
potential.
scary like a mouse, my friend.
I'm going to go ahead and say you have the opposite intended effect. You would actually make these things less afraid of Jatat.
Oh no.
Sorry about that. On the other
So-
hand, I could have shot at them and missed and hit you instead. So, did you a favor.
This might work. This might actually work out okay
All right,
because
Mal,
I
you were
resisted
up.
their blows.
That's true. So Mal, you were up. The illusion you created, they're starting to lose interest in it. So those 5 you had occupied they're starting to turn their attention towards Jatat, who they're not afraid of.
Okay. Because like by this point, all we need to do is get out of here and try to block the door for the few minutes to get back to the elevator, right?
Correct.
So I'm just gonna try to make him chill. I'm gonna try to use my emotional control to just like make him vibe.
All right. Roll to unleash your chill. By chill, I mean your powers. So roll plus for you.
Well, I get to mark potential because that's a 2 + 1.
All right, you mark potential, and these things again. You have the opposite intended effect. You actually increase their level of aggression.
Well,
And now there are 7 of them. 5 of them that are not prone. The 2 that are prone are getting up and look like they're going to attack Jatat. The 5 that were afraid are attacking Jatat, and now they are dogpiling on Jatat. Jatat, you are up. You are being pulled to the ground by all of these ghouls. There's like 2 on each arm and then 1 on your front.
Okay. So I don't know if this move still works at this point during the combat scenario that we're in. So I have a move that says before we get started, and it says when you have time to closely observe your opposition before a fight. So I guess we're already too far in to be able to trigger this now, yeah?
Probably.
Okay.
If you'd done that when you initially observed those ghouls up in the barracks, you're like, oh yeah, sure, that can carry forward to now. But yeah, you're kind of the opposite of have time to deal with that right now.
Gotcha. Whew. All right. So knowing that my team still needs to get out, I'm just gonna sit here and just try and tank all this out. I just bring it on. I got the 2 that are prone below me and I see them turning aggressive towards me. I just take a step back and I see the other 5 rushing and I just bear down, flare out, and just let them come at me. And I'm going to try and take all of this on to let the rest of the crew get back towards the door long enough to maybe, just let them get out and then I'll try and make my way out after.
All right, so the way you describe it sounds like you're taking a powerful blow because all you're doing is letting them hit you. Is that what you're going for?
So I guess so. I was thinking more directly engage. But wait, yeah, I was thinking directly engage, but by letting them rush me and then try and just absorb all the blows that are coming.
All right, so you're trying to more like throw them off you, bob and weave, keep them focused on you, kind of thing.
Right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll to engage a threat.
Okay. That is a 10 on the die.
All right, so on a 10, you're going to pick 2. Resist or avoid blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, frighten.
I am resisting blows and frightening.
Right, so with that, you resist their blows, you're bobbing, weaving, float like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, and they are now actually are frightened of you, and they run to the corner of the other ones, and they start cowering.
Beautiful.
And with that, you are able to make it back to the elevator thing. You shut the doors to the training room, and you are free to explore the rest of the facility.
All right. So sorry guys, I just that was a lot.
Here you
So-
go. Hands the box of grenades over to Jatat.
A little
Doesn't want to
jello
hold
ball.
them anymore.
Thank you. Hey, Jack, this is a little heavy. You mind holding on to this for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good one, boss.
Sure.
Thanks, man.
Well,
I vote to just get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
So I'm
Val
I'm
volunteers to
almost-
hold the grenade. She's like, fear bombs.
Hey, you fouled the grenade. She now has an offensive option.
That was
Really?
actually why I was asking if she could make them attracted to something, because I was going to say, here, Val, make them attracted to the grenade and toss the grenade.
Make
You
them
can make them
unafraid
unafraid
of
of
the grenade. Make them unafraid of the grenade. Yes. Oh my god. Sorry. Anyways,
Although they're probably too stupid to know a grenade is at this point because their brains are mush.
Put a smiley face on it so that it looks like a person.
Make it look like food. Teamwork.
apple.
Make it look like a delicious cupcake.
So yeah, no, we were gonna go get some weapons so we can go get the snacks, remember? And clearly we all forgot to check the footage to see if the weapons were still there. Do you think maybe we should go back and check the footage to see if there's any food to get before we even consider that, or should we just
Oh,
go
is the
ahead and
mess
go?
hall just on the way back through Central Command, or
Well, we have it
Uh,
kind of barred off right now to try to not deal with all the
So
PCs in there.
mess hall was back up on the first floor. Command center's at the fourth, so we could. We're on the fifth now, so we could go up one to the
Yeah.
fourth, check the cameras, see what's in the mess hall first, and if we like what we see, then we go deal with that situation. If we don't like what we see, we go home.
That works.
works for me?
Yeah.
So you make it up one level with no issue. Elevator music. You go to the command center, and you see that they did, in fact, take pretty much all the food. It looks like the plants in the greenhouse level would be there, but you also know that they've been exposed to extreme radiation for a week, so probably not salvageable. You get you also can see in the footage they basically destroyed the generator, so probably no usable parts there. Mom is warbly, so the server room probably doesn't have anything useful. But the one thing you will see is when you actually look at footage from since you got here, you watched those ghouls broke down the door you sealed shut and walked outside. And if you look at the outside camera, you can see they're examining your ride home. They are just fumbling at the van.
Oh shit. I'm gonna charge up a burn real quick, if you'll allow that.
Sure. I know what you're gonna do.
So before we get started,
Yes, you can now use that feature because you're watching it on camera.
right? So yeah, we're gonna observe the opposition and enroll savior.
I got
And that is a 8.
All right.
I got
So
I got an 11 for burn, so I have 3.
okay, awesome. So what do you want to use your holds for, Jatat, for learning about these things? Do you just have them for later, or is there something you can use it for now?
Yeah, it says I spend them during the fight.
Okie dokie. Cal, do you want to use your burn for anything? I have a guess what you're charging that burn for.
Gee, I think I'm maybe gonna use move and teleport to the van.
All right, you know that
Possibly.
you're trying to teleport to the van that's
Yeah.
currently surrounded by ghouls.
Yeah.
Don't blow up
I
the van.
assume, like,
And here-
into.
And here I thought you were going to teleport to the base and just abandon the van. That's what I thought you were going to do.
Oh, that's a better idea actually. But
the rest of us.
No, you could daisy chain it.
can I daisy
doesn't-
chain this?
Does it
Don't-
say? Does it give you a limit on passengers?
It
I
doesn't
didn't know
say.
he could take
It says
passengers. All right.
it says literally nothing about passengers.
Yeah, it's you move yourself.
Okay, nope,
Yeah.
cannot daisy chain it. So yeah, you can hop in the van, but everyone else is going to be way
I
down
mean,
on this floor, on the
it-
fifth floor.
It was
Well,
totally
if we
funny
can
if you just did it.
Just gone. All right, see you guys. Good luck.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you could take passengers or not. That would have been funny.
Yeah, I was
there's
going
that.
under the assumption that I couldn't, so
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
that-
go
that-
and get a head start on stopping these things.
All right, that is the more narratively interesting way for this to play out. So you just disappear in a pop of green light, and you are now out of range, so your protected bubble disappears from the grenade box. Because now everyone else is like 5 stories below ground. And you appear. Are you trying to appear in the van, on the van, adjacent to the van?
Let's go like on top of the van.
All right, so
So,
you're
like, on
standing
the
on
roof.
top of the van. Yep. And by the way, I'm envisioning this as the mystery machine. By the way,
Kind of, yeah.
you're standing on top of it. These ghouls are not smart to figure out how to climb it. They're just clawing at it. They're like poking at it.
I'm just like, oh hey, what's up? This is our ride. Don't touch it. Thank you.
All right.
That works, and they all politely leave.
Yeah.
Does Val
Can I-
have access to a window?
You are 5 stories below ground.
That's a no then, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna resume turn order. So Jata, what was it? We had Mal had incapacitated the last of them before you guys escaped, I believe, with another illusion. So Jata, you are up. If you guys want to move as a group to the elevator, that's fine.
Yeah, I figure we all like head up.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So
Okay.
you pop up to the elevator.
Hey, wait, before
Yeah.
we leave the command station, is there anything in the command station that could be used like a blunt weapon?
Yeah, sure. The actual weapons in there not useful, but you see a set of golf clubs that look like they just like were General Mortars. Like he liked to like practice his putting. And you see like a little putting green in the corner of his office.
Golf,
So-
anyone?
Nerd.
General Motors.
Good
one.
But
I'm more of a cricket
wanna-
guy.
I want to do something here, but before I do, we never described Egon.
That's true. We didn't.
Oh yeah.
Ursa, do you want to quickly describe Egon for the audience?
Physically or personality characteristics? Or yes?
Yes.
Okay. So-
Yes.
So Egon, for the sake of making things kosher, we're gonna say that Egon is before freezing was newly minted 18-year-old. So he's still in high school. He is kind of sad about this whole fucked up situation because pardon streaming censoring because he was selected to participate in the program he was one of the few that got selected in based on lottery. And it was one of those situations where it was essentially one person from the hometown could participate in the program to be cryogenically frozen, which means everyone else in his hometown was eradicated during the apocalypse. So he has a lot of survivor's guilt, and he's kind of just generally unsure about himself and the fact that he has these powers that are terrifying to an 18-year-old who's still also in the middle of getting used to the transition to becoming an adult. So it's kind of like the growing up from teenager to young adult stress, in addition to all of a sudden I have all these powers stress, in addition to oh shit I woke up and now everything that I have ever known and loved is gone stress, all sort of stockpiled on top of each other. So he's acting very fearful, even though he's already gone through this extensive training to understand his powers, because he's still very much a kid and still very much terrified about this reality that he's living in. But he has these powers, so we're presumably trying to channel them in a way that is productive and helping us move forward. So, in terms of the way he physically looks, I imagine your scrawny 18-year-old kid who spends way too much time at home playing video games. Like he definitely didn't hit the gym when he was before being cryogenically frozen, and he probably didn't really hit the gym after either. Even though Jatat really tried hard to get him to lift some weights, it's just not for him. So he likes to spend his time reading self-help books, trying to figure out his own internal psyche and trying to sort all that shit out. So
Okay. I will not do the thing then, because I was basically gonna give him like a beefier weapon. but if he's a small sad boy, then
Eh.
no. A golf club's
All
probably all you can handle.
Yeah, but there is a bunch of them. Looks like he has a bunch of putters because all he did was putt. If anyone wants to weaponize it, you can also find a single golf ball. Does anyone besides Egon taking a putter to wield as a weapon?
Nah.
Nah, good.
I'm not even in the room, so.
Are they in like one of the
They're like a golf bag.
Okay. Jack takes the whole bag. He just slings it over his shoulder.
There's something about this that makes perfect sense. Can't quite put my finger on it.
I
yet.
go. I pick up the one putter, and then Jack just picks the whole fucking golf bag up and starts walking to the elevator. It's like, okay.
Sure you don't want the putter back?
No, you might need that. Why is this whole bag full of putters?
Jack was really hoping for that driver. He's really sad now.
There's only mini golf in the bunker.
He was really hoping to make a wood
There's
joke.
not a golf range. All he can do is practice his putt.
Like there are 17 putters in this bag and 09 irons. What the fuck?
The worst golf bag of all time.
Okay, carrying on.
Oh, that made me laugh real good. Thank you. I have the stream up and I've watched myself laugh on delay. That's really funny. All right, so Egon is armed with a single putter. Jack is armed with 17 putters. And does anyone want the golf ball? There's also randomly strewn around the command center random office supplies like stapler, pair of scissors.
Dude, somebody give me that stapler. I really need that stapler.
I mean, do I still have the grenades? Because if I have the grenades, or if we
you
have the
still have the
grenades,
grenades.
I'm okay with that. If we don't, I'll take the golf balls.
Like,
You still have the grenades and you have a handgun.
Guns and nades.
Yeah,
Right. So with that settled, you all take the elevator.
As
And
we're about ready to close the elevator, Egon's like, wait. He goes, runs, he grabs the golf ball and he throws it in the golf bag.
Thank God.
Chitasha's like, okay, come on, let's go.
All right. Up to the first floor.
Yeah, Jatat's like trying to go save Cal now. Like he's just like, oh crap.
Yeah, while this is going on,
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say it's not, even though we should maintain turn order, it's gonna take a little while. You all in an elevator. You have like a solid minute to go up 4 floors. So while we're waiting on that, Cal, you can go ahead and have a turn while they're taking the elevator up to catch up to you.
okay, I'm just gonna use another burn point to use shielding to put like a protective bubble around me and the whole van and push
All right.
all the ghouls away from it.
All right. Go ahead and is that a move or is just like do you have to roll for it?
You call up a fast protective shield to stop a danger. Spend 1 burn to defend someone from an immediate threat, rolling plus freak instead of plus savior.
Right. You have to go ahead and do your roll or protect someone. You're protecting yourself in the van.
It's an 11.
Protect someone, defend someone. There we go. All right. So on 11, I was reading this whole thing. All right, so you get to add to the team pool, take influence over someone, or clear a condition.
I think I'll clear a condition. I will clear afraid.
Righty. And then as you create that bubble, the ghouls are wailing on the bubble, and the elevator dings, and everyone else pops out on the first floor, and there are just 20 of these ghouls spread around here, just circling the van. And Chatat will return to you in the order now.
All right.
Glad you guys could make it.
So with that being said, I am going to burn one of my holds to cross the distance between them and me. So I'm just gonna like use all of my
Oh.
super speed and soldier. Who? Uh-oh, we lost somebody.
What?
We
And
lost Susie. She's
Susie's back.
I'm back. I don't know what happened. Sorry.
Okay.
It was my fault.
All the cameras
Uh-oh.
are now broken,
Camera feed.
and they're all
back.
fixed.
What? They should.
Except
Up and looks like it's back.
Oh, Susie is still
The-
gone.
Susie is spinning, so
Yeah, they're also in the wrong order.
yeah, they're in the wrong order because it
I'm
prioritizes cameras.
sorry.
No,
prioritizes cameras
Ursa's
over
spinning.
non-cameras.
Susie is gone. That's why they're in the wrong order. As soon as
Okay.
Susie's cam comes back, it'll all fix itself.
Okay.
All right.
But for now, hi, I'm Susie.
Oh, who am I? I'm curious.
Oh,
I'm not. I don't have the
what?
stream up.
Ursa's cam came
you're
on,
actually in
and
the right
now-
spot, Marty.
What?
Ursa, your cam came back on, and now you're in my slot because Susie's knocked us out of order.
Oh, bye, Susie.
It's okay. It'll all fix itself. Let's keep going.
All right.
Okay.
So
this is released technical difficulties.
I'm gonna burn my hole to cross distance between me and them. So I just turn on the jets and just all the way across out to the van, out to Cal. Hey Cal, you okay? And then like as I'm saying that, I don't actually wait for him to respond. I just like immediately directly engage whichever the ghoul is the closest, and I'm just like plowing through, like just hard hook and just try and take out as many of them as I can with that one swing as possible.
Go ahead and roll to directly engage a threat.
And that's so standard is going to be plus danger. So that's a 7 minus 1 is 6.
All right, we'll go ahead and mark potential.
Ugh, all right.
Oh
You-
no!
You just missed the mark and you punch one of these things in the sternum, but you didn't quite hit the sweet spot. So all you do is make a gasp for air. You
Okay.
didn't really inhibit it at all, and they start dogpiling on you because they now have something more interest from the van to attack. There are 20 of these things, by the way, give or take, because this is all the people that were in the barracks and in the mess hall.
Hmm.
So you don't have 20 of them piled on you. You have like 4 or 5 piled.
Right.
That would be overkill.
A little bit.
Like 4 of them that were closest to you, they piled on you, like 2 on each arm.
So the rest of my body is just like wide open, waiting for the other 19 or so or 16 or so to flay me alive. Wonderful.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna say that they drag you to the ground by your arms.
Bright side, Jack's next.
Jack, you are up. The van is in a protective bubble. Jatat has been dragged to the ground. There are 16 unoccupied ghouls that have turned their attention on the group.
Okay. But they're all like everything is outside now, right?
You guys are completely outside in the middle of the Nevada desert.
Okay. There's nothing around except this truck and bunker.
I mean, so you're just outside of Reno, so like a couple hundred yards away, you can see like the remnants of buildings, but like otherwise, you're basically the part of Reno that's like in the desert.
Okay, that's way too far away. I was hoping there was something other than the van that I could use as like collateral damage.
I mean, you have the vault door just laying there.
Yeah, but that's already been damaged. Can I say that I caused collateral damage by using that?
I mean, you can just pick it up and use it as a club if you're that strong.
Well, no, I'm trying to activate in a China shop, which is I caused
Okay.
significant collateral damage
No,
to the environment to do more stuff.
Just the
I mean,
van.
He could cave in the entrance to the bunker.
But
I-
you guys are like parked outside. This is like imagine like you're across the street from it, basically.
I want to the vault door is a
I was
good.
just offering one of the what do you call it? The grenades.
The vault door is
Yeah.
a good option though. Jack, he's got his arms just full of stuff. Okay, golf bag on the shoulder, box of grenades in like the left arm, kind of tucked. I don't know if this is on camera or not.
No, I thought
I thought Val took the grenades.
Oh, did Val have the grenades? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
offering if you wanted one, you know.
Okay, I thought they get passed to Jatat and then Jatat gave them to me.
And
Okay.
eventually, once you guys got out of the fight, you handed them to Valerie because Valerie needs weapons.
Okay, never mind. That's perfectly cool then. It makes things a lot easier. Jack picks up the vault door and attempts to use it as like a riot shield, kind of, and runs forward and wants to like remove all of them from the driver's side of the van. He just kind of
All right,
wants to
cool.
push them all.
All right, so this is 2 rules. We'll unleash your powers to lift this thing, because before you were casually picking up cars, this thing's about 3 times the size and weight of a car.
Okay. Unleash powers is a 7.
All right, so we're going to go with a condition, or is this temporary or unstable?
I think Jack definitely doesn't have control of this situation right now, so I think he's feeling a little bit insecure.
Right. Cool. So you were able to just charge them with this big vault door, and that part's fine. So go ahead and roll to directly engage a threat. I'm going to give you +1 because you have this enormous object helping you.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's maximum bonuses then. 13.
Nice. Okay, so pick 2. Resist or avoid blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten. I will say, no matter what, you're bowling over 10 of these things.
Yeah. I think I have to use take something from them to take their position.
All right, sounds good to me.
I want to create an opportunity for somebody to get in the van.
All right, awesome. We will give the +1 to whoever takes the action to drive the van.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And since you did not resist or avoid their blows while you're charging over them, some of them grab a hold of your ankles. You're kind of dragging them along, and they are biting at your ankles.
Okay. Do you want me to take a blow, or is this not significant?
No, I'm just highlighting the fact, like, they are gnawing at you. You are not encountering powerful enemies. These things are just mutants.
Okay.
These things are mooks. There is no, like, powerful enemy plan for tonight's session, just, like, a lot of these things.
Okay. Cool. We can't be damaged, guys. Awesome.
I will contest that, maybe.
Okay, fine. Cal's the only one that can damage themselves, guys.
All right. Egon, you are up.
Okay, so refresh my memory. Where are these mooks right now in relative
All right, so
to myself in the van?
All right, so you guys are more or less facing the front of the van. Chatat is on the passenger side with 4 of them holding him down. And Jack took out all 10 of them that were on the driver's side. And then there's 6 more on the passenger side, but there's a clear path to the driver's seat.
Okay, so shit, okay. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna... Okay, question about the van. Is this a van where all of the doors open hinges, or are they sliding doors?
Here we go with sliding doors. That's cooler.
Okay. Then I'm gonna make a beeline for the van, swinging the golf club violently as I'm like flailing to get to the van in case anything jumps in front of me.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and say, are you trying to get in the driver's side or the passenger side?
Well, I'm gonna try to get. I think that Egon would be small enough that he would get in through the passenger side, with the goal being to open up the side doors on either the passenger side or the driver's side to get everyone else in.
All right, well, the passenger side's where those other 6 ghouls were, so go ahead and roll and directly engage a threat to conk one of them with a golf club on your way through.
Okay, if I'm going to be doing that, then what I want to do is I'm going to use my infinite power, so I'm going to mark a doom on myself to use Unstoppable from the Transform playbook. It says when you smash your way through scenery to get to or away from something, you roll plus danger. On a hit, the world breaks before you, and you get what you want. On a 7 or 9, I can choose one. I mark a condition, leave something behind, or take something with me. On a miss, I smash through, but leave devastation in my wake or wind up somewhere worse. Your choice.
All right.
So I will do that. So I'm gonna do that, and I am. Fuck! I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
So first of all, go ahead and gain potential.
2 plus
And-
1. So 3. So yep, we got 1 potential. I got 1 doomed. Okay.
All right, so you go to unleash his power, and you summon this strength and ferocity that you did not know you had inside of you, even after these weeks of training.
Mhm.
And you just initially go to swing this golf club, baseball bat style, and you charge up this energy. And first of all, you create this blast. It's almost similar to what Cal does, and it sends the van flipping away with Cal standing on top of it. And you wipe out the ghouls. Cal, roll to take a powerful blow.
Oh boy.
But does the
It's
van
not me
land
this
back on
time,
its
guys.
tires?
Well, first it's going to land on the roof with Cal under it, so we're going to casually drop a van on Cal.
Cal's important, but
Well,
That might not end well. It's a good thing
okay,
we
so
had those
this is-
grenades, right?
plus conditions. I have +1. I rolled a 3, so I got a 4.
All right, so on a miss, you stand strong. Mark potential is normal, and see how you weathered the blow.
Oh, sick.
That's weird. You want to roll low on take a powerful blow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you
Interesting.
that's why you add conditions so that it gets easier to be knocked out of the fight the more harm you have.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and say Cal just instinctively created a light shield around himself and shielded himself from being crushed by the van.
Whoop!
And the van kind of rolled on its side. You hear a as the van catches fire.
oh,
Shit.
So I know I shouldn't ask this question, but I've got to ask this question. Which direction did the van just roll?
Just a couple hundred yards, not a couple dozen yards. There we go. A couple dozen yards away from the bunker.
But like to its driver's
Towards
side,
the driver's
right?
side, yes.
Okay.
You're fine. Yeah, because both you and Egon were on the passenger side.
All right, all
So
right.
the only person
cool.
that was put in immediate danger was Cal.
Okay, all right.
Val, you are up. Oh no, sorry, I skipped Cal because Cal got crushed by a van. Cal, you were up. Van on fire, and you are prone on the ground, but there's no movement rules in this game, so you're fine to stand up.
Okay. How many guys are left?
There are 6 of. No, actually, no. All of them are gone. Oh, actually, to top roll and take a powerful blow. You were kind of in the blast radius of that explosion.
Oh wait, the van exploded? Oh no.
No. When Egon unleashed his power and didn't have any control over it.
Oh, that's right.
I forgot about the fact that he was standing next to Tatat. So you didn't get hit by the van, but you got hit by the blast.
Damn it. All right. Snake eyes.
All right.
All right. Wait. No. Hold on. So what am I adding to the blow again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
If you have any
add-
conditions.
Yeah, plus conditions.
Oh, so I don't have any conditions right now. So 3.
Snake Eyes is good. You because you were prone on the ground from being dragged down, you were fine. The
Okay.
zombies that were on top of you got knocked away.
You
All
also
the enemies are clear, and you get
You
potential
also,
still.
yes, I was going to say that.
Yep. So go ahead and mark potential still, which is awesome. You guys have cleared away the enemies, but you have a slight problem. Your ride is no longer functional.
So Egon obviously has dropped to his knees, just looking at the golf club in his hand, just like, the hell did I just do?
No, you're looking at the smoldering handle where a golf club used to be.
Yes. Just staring like, oh my god, what have I done?
Oh.
Another one lands at your feet as Jack just tosses one towards you.
Reload. Sick reload animation.
yeah. Val had like this case of grenades like clutched to the top of her chest, like she was holding it up. And then, like, as soon as she realizes that they're all gone and the van's on fire on its side, she just kind of drops them down where she's still holding the thing, but now her arms are, like, limp. And she's like, I didn't even get to throw one.
There's always later.
Now you guys have another problem.
Oh,
You
yeah.
are several hour drive away. Like, the drive between Reno and San Diego is substantial.
Mm.
And there were no vehicles in the
It
In
looked
the-
like they took them all. If you want to go and look and see if there's anything left, you're welcome to.
We could always just go back to command center and ask for another ride.
sure you can call an Uber.
I can just teleport back to base and get us a new ride.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Still just calling an Uber.
Yeah, it's only a 9-hour drive from Reno to San Diego. It's fine. And no, I didn't just look that up on Google Maps. I just happen to know.
Yeah, so 18-hour round trip of no driving for Cal. He's taking a bottle of caffeine pills like a long haul truck.
We're like 100 years in the future. What's the speed limit now? Come on.
There isn't one. We're in the apocalypse.
Yeah, the issue is that you don't have a futuristic vehicle. You just have an ordinary ass car.
And the
Yeah.
roads have probably not been maintained over that time period.
We're going off roading, boys.
So,
Yeah,
how extensive
girl.
is this van fire? Like, can we retrieve our snacks?
The snacks.
My
You
The
get the
snacks.
impression
I'm
you
like, fuck.
I'm gonna go get the snacks.
You get the impression you have about 30 seconds to get in and out of the van before it explodes when the gas tank gets hit by that fire.
Okay, I teleport into the van and get the snacks and get out.
All right. Do you have enough burn to do both of those
I have-
teleports?
I have one burn. I can get into the van and then I'll grab the snacks and just run out like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Okay. All right. Roll to.
This is important. Okay,
Yep.
It really is.
I
don't
because
want
we didn't
anybody
find
talking
any
me
in
out
the
of this.
building,
it's
And
very important to get these snacks.
even if we're going to be
All right,
here for a
you're-
few hours,
All right,
like
go
we're
ahead
still in
and
a
roll
snack.
to defend because you're defending the snacks. See how well you get out of here before the explosion.
Oh, actually, okay. No, yeah, that's fine. What is this plus savior?
Yep.
Okay.
Save the snacks.
That's a 3.
All right, so the 3, you get out of the van door, like, guys, I got the, and an explosion goes off. Roll to take a powerful blow.
Shit.
God.
Hope for another 3.
Yeah. Well, the last 2 rolls have been bad, so this one, I don't know. Well, that's a 6.
All right, a 6 is a miss. So you go ahead, mark potential as normal. You successfully avoided the explosion. It just launched you as you tried jumping away, launched you further away from the van.
Did I get the
Oh.
snacks?
Jatat jumps to go catch him.
All right.
Get the snacks.
So defend someone.
Yep, roll to defend someone. You're going to catch Cal as he's flying through the air.
Oh yeah.
Tonight,
I
this
got-
has been
got
our
it.
ultimate team move.
Listen, we might be walking for a long time.
Can I
So go
can
ahead.
I just mark angry right now? Can I just do that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So 6 plus savior is 9.
All right. So 9. This is defend someone. So you expose yourself to danger, escalate the situation. So you do catch him, but go ahead and roll, take a powerful blow as the van door goes flying at your head.
Damn it. Okay.
So Jack marked angry. I should be marking guilty, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is 7.
All right. 7. Choose one. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action. You give ground. Your opposition gains an opportunity. Or you struggle past the tame. Mark 2 conditions. I'm going to say since you don't currently have any opposition, that was not an option.
Right.
You can either get really mad or take 2 conditions.
I am going to take 2 conditions. I'm going to take guilty for allowing Cal to end up in this possibly life-threatening situation.
Listen, man.
And insecure because it's 2 missions in a row now that we've gone, or not 2 missions in a row, but 2 bigger missions that we've gone out on. It seems like every time we get out here and they put me in a command situation, things just kind of get a little funky, and maybe I'm not cut out for leadership as well as I thought I am.
Oh.
Right. So you mark those. And I will say this. You all realize, since the city of Reno is over there, the buildings look relatively intact. You can find a car. Whether or not it has gas and will start up is a question.
Yeah, so Val's like thrilled as hell because the snacks were saved and nobody's like critically hurt. So she's probably just gonna walk around like she's gonna hug
Takes a
Cal,
car
she's gonna hug
door to the
Jakat,
skull,
like
not her.
This is like the most social and happy she's been like since you guys have met her. Like it's been a good day, like a clearly pointed, wonderful, fun day, and excited to go explore some more.
Jatad is doing inventory on the physical and mental well-being of the crew. He's going around. Gear seems like he's fine as usual. He's playing with his new golf clubs.
Kind of pissed.
What? No, Gears
Val
has
and
this fucking
Cal have
shield
their
up and
snack.
is blocking 10 of these guys.
Oh wait, are they
no.
still over there?
I thought they were done.
They got fried in the blast.
They got fried.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, all right. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
I thought
literally,
Gears' guys were
everything
done.
I
was
wouldn't
caught in
have
the
gone
blast
into the
except for
van if
Captain.
we were still in combat. Oh my god.
No, Egon settled that score really well, but by nearly killing everybody.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So yeah, Gears is, it's Gears at this point. He's angry and looking for more stuff to fight, but there's nothing left, so we're just gonna let him cool down. I know he'll come back to his normal self in a little bit. Cal and Val seem to be okay with their snacks, so he's happy for that. Egon, I'm not sure. Egon's new to the crew, and with all the commotion, Jatai's trying to check back in on Mal also. So we want to see how Egon and Mal, are you okay?
Yeah, I've just been vibing, standing here.
Yeah,
Chilling.
yeah.
Did you mean
Okay.
Cal? Did you mean Cal, who just got blasted out of an exploding van and got crushed by
Nah,
a van?
Cal and Val are partying around with the
Okay.
snacks, so they seem fine. So
Okay. All right, sorry. We have a lot of Al sounds. I'll make sure we're checking out the right character.
yeah, no,
Cal,
yeah,
Val, Mal.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm looking for Mal, making sure that it is okay. So Mal says they're fine, but it's always a little hard to get a good read. But I feel like because there wasn't a lot of physical threat towards Mal, that they probably are just vibing. It's generally a good occasion right now, so I'm going to take that answer for face value, and then go back around to check on Egon also. Egon or
Egon is just still like staring at this singed golf club handle, and just kind of like wide-eyed, like, what did I just do? Because they just seemingly came out of nowhere. I was making a beeline for the van, and then all of a sudden the van's airborne, and all of our zombie shambler, whatever the hell they were, are just gone. And he's like starting to roll himself up into a ball, not in a sitting position, not like full fetal position, but like he's not really sure what to do. He's kind of overwhelmed with everything that's going on right now.
So I'm gonna or I go to take a knee out in front of Egon, and I slowly go to place a hand on his shoulder to try and calm him. I'm like, hey man, I know things got a little crazy, but we made it out of this, and we completed our mission. So now we just got to get home. And I know a lot of this is weird and crazy and new. We've all been where you are right now, trying to figure out exactly what's going on, man. So I just want you to know. You can talk to me, you can talk to us about this. We're here for you because we need you to be here for us. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you right now, man?
I think that since Jatat has influence over Egon, that he would accept what he's saying. But that lingering doubt is gonna kind of still be there. So I think it's kind of one of those, like, kind of just swallowing it all up, and just kind of like, okay, yeah, let's move on. What's
If
the next?
my words didn't get through, I'm gonna burn my influence, and I'm gonna take a risk and give Egon a hug and try to calm that condition for him.
Or do you want to? I think the first you would just do roll to comfort, right? That's the
comfort? Okay, is that it? Okay, roll
Yeah.
comfort. Yeah, sorry.
Yep. So roll the comfort, see how well your words did mechanically.
Okay. And that is to add savior or superior, I forget.
Mundane.
Plus mundane.
Plus mundane. Okay. To 8.
All right. So on a hit, they hear you. They mark potential and clear condition. So Egon gains some potential and clear condition.
Okie dokie.
And 7 or 9. Oh no, never mind. I looked at the wrong one. Okay, that's all it was.
Okay.
All right, so you
Uh,
have that, and I will say, for the sake of expediency, you all are able to, if you go and check the bunker, the garage in the bunker, you will see there is a golf cart. They apparently didn't bother taking the golf cart, so you can get home slightly faster than walking.
Slightly.
All right.
If anything else, it'll get you to Reno, where you can then find a real car and
That's-
take the real car.
Ugh.
That's where I was going to go. Like, you mean it gets us to Reno faster?
yeah, 'cause the battery's probably not lasting all the way. back.
Do we?
Yeah.
So guys, I just want to point out, we can go to Reno, but isn't that the direction that we saw the enemy go in?
No, you are at Reno. This thing marched far northeast. You have enough data to say they went to Las Vegas.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, they went to
Las Vegas is clearly where he is based out of.
Gotcha.
This
Yeah.
Nick Gotti guy.
Yeah. Okay. Carry on then. All right. Well then, yeah. Let's just let's get into town and see if we can find something to get us home.
And just because we are getting towards, we had a cutoff for tonight, and we have like other stuff to do, and we have end of session. I'm going to say you find a car without a problem, you get back to the base without a problem, and you're able to debrief General Mills, and he's going to revisit. He's going to dwell on this and see what he can do about the problem in Las Vegas. But that is probably going to be recall it for a session. So we're going to move to end of session. We're going to go around the table, and everyone, you're going to choose one of these three things: grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team. We're going to start with Jack.
Jack has grown closer to the team. In particular, Val, probably, since she's the one who, like, pretty much she helped him out of a dangerous situation of getting a lot of stuff off of him. So I will give Val influence and give Val influence and give myself potential.
All right. Alrighty, Egon. Same question: grow closer to the team, grow into your image of yourself, or grow away from the team.
So, I think that even though Jatat was able to make some of that guilt, make the guilt subside, I think overall Egon's actions during the mission were very much trying to move things too quickly, too forward, sort of on his timeline. And I think for that reason, he feels like he may be putting distance between himself and the team. So I'm going to say away from the team.
Right. So that explains why you're detached. Take influence on you away from one person.
Influence on me?
Yeah, so someone loses influence on you. I will say, for decision-making purposes, Jatat is the team leader. There's a mechanical benefit to Jatat having influence over you.
Yeah.
So I would not choose Jatat if I were making a mechanical decision if I was you.
It's probably it probably would be Cal anyway, since Cal kind of got caught in the crossfires of my accidental explosion. So we'll go with that. So I'll remove the influence of Cal.
Okay.
All right. And then Cal, same question: closer to the team, further away from the team, or image of yourself?
I think Cal is growing into more of an image of himself that he's afraid of. His powers are growing, but he's still not completely 100% on controlling them yet, and that's worrying. So I'm gonna do. Can I take a label up to 3? Is that a thing?
Yeah, 3
Doesn't say you can't. So yep.
The scale goes from -2 to +3.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna take freak up to 3, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna do mundane -2.
All right. Valerie.
Okay, so since Valerie had a fantastic time today, it was just like the right mix of chaos to make her very happy. So she grew closer to the team, and like the person that she grew probably the closest to is gonna have to be Cal because he risked it all for
The snack.
for the snack.
Listen, my rationale.
But that was
was
like really
sound,
hard.
I promise.
Like she's legitimately, which everybody's got influence over her anyway. So it's kind of like whatever. I forget what we did when you already have influence, and I can't give it to you again.
I don't remember what it was either. We had this conversation last session too.
Yeah, we did. Did he get to increase
It's down
something, or
immediately shift one of their labels up and one of their labels down, your choice. So whoever you're giving influence over again gets to mess with your labels.
cool?
All right, so Cal gets to shift Val's labels.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh,
One up and one down.
interesting.
All right. And since you compose the team, you do also get to mark potential.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think Val took any conditions.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what to do with the labels.
All right, while you decide on that, we're just going to go right ahead to Mal. But you can let us know after we get through everybody which labels you moved.
Okay.
Trying to think. It's definitely going to be either grow closer to the team or grow into your own image of yourself. I don't know. I feel like it didn't do too much necessarily with the team. So I think it's going to grow more into the image of itself, like, because it felt really useful this time. Like with the scouting ahead and everything. So I get to shift one label up and another down. I think I'm going to shift a freak up to 2 and then danger down to -1 because direct confrontation definitely isn't a thing.
True. You didn't even take one of the golf clubs.
Yeah.
All right. And then Jatat.
Okay, so Jatat grew closer to the team. And so this is odd because it says explain who made you feel welcome, but I really feel like it was a bunch of small interactions with the entirety of the team and seeing them all kind of actually start to become a cohesive unit. So I don't know who directly to give influence to.
I think the question is, so I think that's a good general explanation. So I guess it's just choose somebody who doesn't already have influence over you to give it to.
Okay.
I don't have the character keeper open, so I don't know who doesn't have influence over Jatat already.
So if we're gonna do that, if I have to choose out of somebody who didn't, you know what? I know exactly who to give this to now. Actually, we're gonna give it to Hardlight Cal, because it's not super often that somebody else on the team throws themselves in the way of fire. But seeing Cal devote himself to getting our food out of the van, literally from the fire, you earn that influence over me, sir.
And really just jumping to the van to begin with when no one else could, like, jump with them.
Listen,
Yeah.
if the van was going down, we needed a way to get back home with provisions. So,
You guys are going to survive that 18-hour drive because you're dealing with that.
I
I'll
will.
tell
I
you.
will say that Jack was like a badass
186
tonight.
hour
So,
walk, so.
Jack was.
if we could like give more than one person influence, I absolutely would. So
I think you can just give influence whenever you feel someone deserves influence.
You can, yes. You can
Oh.
give it freely. Taking away as a mechanical thing.
Right.
I want to give it to you, but you also already have influence over me. So we end up back in that position of you scrolling away around with my labels. So it's like, I hate that doesn't help you at all.
Oh yeah, so I took one away from Valerie's freak and put it into Savior.
Cool.
All right. And then before that's the end of the session stuff. Did anybody level up this session?
I'm 1 point away.
I have one question.
Okay.
So you told me to mark potential earlier, and I didn't yet because I wasn't sure if the mark potential was simply because of the miss or because I said I rolled snake eyes.
It's because of the miss.
Okay.
The snake eyes give you extra potential. I didn't know that.
No. I was just double
Okay.
checking because I didn't actually roll snake eyes. I rolled a 1 and a 2. I was joking about rolling snake eyes before I rolled, and then everybody just took it. So it was still a fail, but I was just making sure. Okay, so with that being said, with that additional potential and then the potential I get from growing into the team, I am now at 5 of 5 potential.
Yeah.
Awesome. The
Level
next
up.
time when we start, we will talk about what you took for the level up. But we are going to wrap this up, so we're going to go around the table and everyone go ahead and plug your stuff. Tenzai and I are from the Bard Rock Cafe podcast. It's also the host of this Twitter channel. We release episodes bi-weekly. All of our players have wild magic as D&D 5e. We are trying to figure out why a tablet of fate is in my basement. Be sure to catch us every other week on Bard Rock Cafe, wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Justin, you have anything to plug besides the podcast that you'd like to?
Let's see. What do I got coming up? Next Wednesday, I will be continuing a playtest of the Magi Knight system, which is currently in alpha, I guess. It's basically a Magical Girl 5e hack. I will be playing that over on Random Rhapsody's channel at 6 p.m. Central, if you want to go check that out. Other than that, yeah, I'm on Bardock all the time as known liability Nadir Kassane M.
Nadir baby hands.
Nadir has the very important task of making sure we stop getting off task. Also questioning why we put together a really elaborate plan to walk to the other side of town.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ursa.
My name is Ursa Bearwalker. I post a lot of shit posts on Twitter mostly, but I'm also editor for CMDR Central and also part-time editor for Bard Rock Cafe. Support those things; they're good.
Right, Marty.
Couple things. First off, my band Winter Wayfarer just released a single earlier this month, Give and Take. Listen to it on all your music streaming platforms. Personal opinion, I think it's really good. Not biased. I'm also with Winter Wayfarer, part of the Wayfaring Strangers podcast, which is a 5e actual play podcast. We'll have a new one-shot coming in a few weeks. Don't have an exact date on that yet, but it's like we have like 2 steps left to do with editing for that, so it's coming soon. The new full season will come later this fall. If there's anybody in the Midwest area that's free next weekend, my band's going on tour in Sioux Center, Iowa, Sioux City, Iowa, and Iowa City, Iowa. So come through. That's it.
All right, Susie.
All right. So I'm still with sassygamers.com. You can find me at gamers.sass or SusieQ918 and stuff pretty much everywhere. If you see anything that says SusieQ918, it's probably me. Let's see. I think that's it. I mean, yeah. Sorry. I have things in the works, but they're not ready yet. So that's all you get for now.
Susie's underselling herself. She's a freelance editor. She knows about web hosting. If you need help with anything about the behind-the-scenes production about your thing, reach out to her. She either knows somebody or can help you herself, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, yeah. See, I don't have to say anything. You know all of the things. That's pretty awesome. I didn't even know all those things about... No, I'm just kidding. I knew those things.
Look, this is a threat. If you don't promote yourself, one of us will do it for you.
Like, Susie's helping me build us a podcast website. It's going slowly because I have to do a lot of the stuff and I don't know what I'm doing, but we're working on it.
Well, and so I'm not gonna get off topic on that, but yeah, I have a lot more help to give you. But speaking of the freelance editing, I've been like busy as hell. So business is going good.
That's great.
Carry on. Sorry.
Fantastic. Jackie.
Yes, I have a podcast called Fake Gamer Bro. You can find links to stuff on the card, fakegamerbro.card.com. And yeah, I talk about mobile games. Justin's on it sometimes. We actually just recorded. I don't know how long it's going to be after editing, but before editing, it was 2 hour long bonus episode about Inscription. That's going to be up on the Patreon, which is patreon.com/JaxYaks. And yeah, just doing mobile game stuff. Send me mobile games that you want me to talk about or whatever.
I'm going to have to hit you up for that. I have my former roommates, two of my best friends, have gotten really into a mobile game. I don't know the name of the mobile game, but I kind of want to hear an impartial review of this game. It's not from them. So
Yeah,
I might
for
reach
sure.
out to you about that.
Def.
And then finally, last but not least, Jazz.
Hey, it's your boy Jazz. I play Fate on the Gimme the Loot podcast. It's an actual play 5th edition D&D podcast in a homebrew world about a bunch of 5 random yahoos that got magically bound together after trying to save some lumberjacks from death and destruction at a fantasy truck stop. You can find me on Twitter at JazzyFate, or as it's supposed to be pronounced as at JazzyFay, like the hip hop producer. Jazz, the letter E, Fait, Fate, the character. Check us out, man. We do our podcast releases weekly. We also do streams once a week. We're now on Mondays instead of Thursdays. We just switched last week. 7:30 on Twitch. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
Great. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank everybody for watching. This has been Bard Rock Cafe's Mask Stream Aftermath. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good night.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.